Hello everyone, as any regular watchers among you may know, I have been on a break from the regular video schedule since the end of spring. This was to spend more time during summer working out some life stuff and to also focus on another passion project of mine separate from the channel. And today I am very excited to introduce you to that project, a lengthy story of mine called Power Brace. Act 1, spanning a total of 144 pages, is now published on this little website I made for everyone to be able to read freely. To summarize the premise of the story as briefly as possible, during their expeditions to the far reaches of the galaxy, a group of advanced aliens find a set of mysterious magical gems on a rock planet. Completely bewitched by them, they end up crafting these gems into various different power bracelets, which gives the story its name, in order to use their magical powers. These powers range from elemental ones like fire and ice abilities to psychic ones like telekinesis. I know it all sounds, and in all fairness probably is, kind of generic, but I'm hoping that those of you that give it a shot can still find it to be a worthwhile read because of the finer details. I especially try my best with the characters' relationships and inner struggles, even though this first act is probably the one with the least amount of that. It serves more as an introductory chapter to the main cast and the overarching plot. The next ones will feature more personal conflicts for the characters, but there are still occasional moments in this first act that delve into that more personal stuff as well. I will not go into anything more specific, as I'm hoping this may be enough to get you interested without spoiling anything. On a more personal note, I want to get a few things off my chest, as this is a pretty big moment for me after all this time working on this story. I get really self-conscious about my writing, especially when I see all the amazing stuff that other people make, but I've gone over this first act quite a few times by now. It's still not that great, but I'm content by now with the quality enough to unashamedly share it with everyone. I'm sure there are a lot of flaws and plot holes and stuff in there that I'm not even aware of, but I realized at some point that I was never gonna feel satisfied with it if I kept wanting it to be perfect anyway. Every artist, author, or any sort of other creative, even though I lack the self-confidence to even call myself any of that, is their own harshest critic after all. I think that hearing feedback from other people by now rather than myself is what I need the most, as my view of what I've written keeps devolving more and more each time as I keep reading the same paragraphs over and over until I drive myself into insanity. I would probably completely lose it before I went through enough iterations to reach somewhere even remotely close to perfect, and this was only one of the 4 acts in total that I've been planning for the whole story. I'm going to take a break before I begin working on Act 2, so don't expect me to give any updates, let alone release dates on it anytime soon. And that's about it for the announcement. Everything else you may need to know about the story is written on the website and also on the author's notes/preface section at the beginning of the book. Going back to the YouTube channel, the usual videos will continue from where we left off, now that I'm finished with my 3-month marathon of writing. The new schedule of videos, however, may not be as frequent as before, since I'll also be working a new job soon. We'll see what happens as time goes on. I'm not sure what the very next video will be, but I do have a couple of ideas in mind, so be sure to stay tuned. And with all of that being said, as always, take care of yourselves and thank you for watching.